remember when me roll up in the court 6:15 for my case.
Them want we on death row. Watch yourself, you no get to you. Me want go.
Listen. Will VYBZ KARTEL be released? Court decision on retrial expected this week. If you are listening to this July the 29th, 2024, because it's no later than July the 31st, the end of July. The decision will be made whether or not VYBZ KARTEL will be retried or he will be freed. The legal fraternity and fans will know the fate of dancehall star VYBZ KARTEL this week when the Court of Appeal delivers the crucial decision on whether the entertainer and his co-accused will face a retrial for the murder of Clive Lizard Williams. At the center of the decision is Justice Marva McDonald Bishop, who recently made history as Jamaica's first female president of the Court of Appeal. McDonald Bishop, who was sworn in on July 18, replaced Justice Patrick Brooks, who recently retired. Justice McDonald Bishop leads the panel of 3 judges deliberating the case. Alongside her are Justice Paulette Williams and David Fraser, both respected jurists with extensive experience in the legal field. VYBZ KARTEL, whose given name is Adidja Palmer, along with Sean Storm Campbell, Kyra Jones, and Andre St. John's, were charged with the murder of Clive Williams. During the original trial, prosecutors had relied on telecommunication evidence, including a text message stating that Williams, whose body was never found, had been chopped up fine, and the key witness, Lamar Weechow, who testified that Williams was murdered at KARTEL's home in Avondale, St. Andrew on August 16, 2011, after they were summoned there over missing guns. The accused men consistently denied any role in Williams' death but were found guilty in 2014. The Court of Appeal upheld these convictions in 2020. However, in March 2024, the London-based Privy Council, which served as Jamaica's highest court, overturned the conviction due to issues of juror misconduct. Nevertheless, despite this decision, the Privy Council did not release the men but instead directed the case back to the Court of Appeal to determine whether or not the quartet are to be retried. Last month, a report suggested that the Jamaican government final cost in opposing the appeal in the UK could reach over $150 million. In mid-June, former Prime Minister P.J. Patterson, in a reasoning session at the University of the West Indies Faculty of Law, had said that KARTEL case ought not to have gone to the Privy Council in the first place, as there was judicial precedent from a similar case in which the Jamaican Court of Appeal had decided that, quote, once there is any sign of contamination, you must dismiss the entire jury, unquote. On June 18, day 6 of the retrial hearing, Justice McDonald Bishop had declared that the Court of Appeal would hand down its judgment on whether the summertime artist should be retried for Williams' murder by July 31st this year, explaining that the question of a retrial was never easy for a court of law, especially when it involves serious offenses and lengthy delays. The jurist said that it would, quote, take us time, but the court is mindful of the need for expedition in this matter, unquote. In reserving judgment, Justice McDonald Bishop said that, given the importance of the case, even if we reach a decision, we cannot come back to just give our decision without our reason for the decision, and that is where the delay usually comes from. But we are mindful of all the issues, especially the health issues of one of the appellants. So we'll do our best, and we can say we aim for no later than the end of the term. Will KARTEL be freed? And this is my opinion, people, and even though I know it's non-relevant, irrelevant, or whatever you would like to say, it's my opinion. And my honest opinion is, I don't think he will be freed. I think he will be retried. Alright, stay with me now. First, they brought it to the Caribbean Court of Appeal, and they only took about a year and some months of the sentence. And then they brought it to the UK Privy Council, which is the highest court in Jamaica, and they could have just thrown the case away. They didn't have to just squash the conviction alone. They could have just thrown out the case, done, but they didn't do that. they gave back the case to the Jamaica courts. So basically, from that time, I was like, I don't think VYBZ KARTEL will be seen road. And I really hope you do, but from I saw the UK Privy Council send back the case to the Jamaica courts, the same Jamaica courts that sentenced VYBZ KARTEL, I was like, I don't think he stand a chance, because this time they're going to try to make sure that they cross all the T's and dot all the I's this time. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm no lawyer, I didn't go to any law school, but as I said before, VYBZ KARTEL is no choir boy or any altar boy in the eyes of the Jamaican government. And to be totally honest, I'm gonna be frank. Even though I'm gonna try and be frank. The reason why, in my mind, I'm saying like VYBZ KARTEL no really stand a chance against this Jamaica government is really and truly the video evidence. To me, it's kind of damning. And then you have the eyewitness, which correlates his statements with the video evidence that they have. It's just the odds are just stacked against VYBZ KARTEL, and we know his persona and his image that he portray in a Jamaica landscape and what the government thinks of it. Alright, so that's why I think that VYBZ KARTEL won't be freed. He will be retried and be sentenced again. I wish that don't happen, but that's what the calculated part of my brain is telling me. And people want to tell me what the calculated part of phone brain are telling you. You see me? Yeah man, tell me for foolish me attack if it makes sense, and tell me what you think will happen. Alright? And people, remember, if you want them type of interesting, dynamic, honest, reliable, informative update, remember, hit the subscribe button. If you're not a subscriber, join the movement and hit the like button. Alright? Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
Get to you tribulation, we get a bad reputation.
It just a pre-back happy days memories. When me kids, when me wife, when me Benz is